my name is Becky. Welcome to my channel, Notes from the Sewing Room. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video is all about Frugal Frocks 2021, or should I say hashtag Frugal Frocks 2021, which is a sewing challenge which has been organised by the lovely Ruan from the Yorkshire Showgirl and also Sam from Frugalissima. Basically, this is a challenge where you had to pick some fabric from your stash and you also had to choose some kind of free dressmaking pattern. So that could be something that you found online, or it could be perhaps something that you got free on a magazine, or even you've been given, or something like that. But anyway, it had to be free in some kind of way. So before I get into telling you all about the Frugal Frocks challenge and what I've actually made for it, I'll just mention what I'm wearing today in case you're interested. Apologies if you can just hear that slurping noise in the background. My Labrador's just decided he wants a little drink. But it is absolutely boiling here today. It's balmy, to be honest, for March. It's about 20 degrees outside, and you know, I live in the Midlands. I'm not even like properly down south, and it's really warm, hence the kind of vesty type top today. It's about 20 degrees out there, I can't believe it, but apparently the rest of the week is not going to be that great. So I've been outside enjoying the weather a little bit this morning, but to be honest, it's just too warm for me, so I've had to come back inside. But anyway, I'm going off the subject here. So for those of you who are interested in what I'm wearing today, I am wearing a My Handmade Wardrobe pin tuck cami top, Stitch Sisters headband, which is from a little free tutorial that they've got online. So I'll link that below if you are interested. And I'll actually put links to everything that I'm mentioning today in the description box if I possibly can. The fabric for my top was originally gifted to me or given to me for free by Crafty So and So as part of a review that I did for them sometime like last year. And today I'm also wearing one of my absolute favourite denim skirts, which, to be honest, if you follow me on Instagram or you watched any of my other videos before, you may well have seen, which is a Sewaholic Canby skirt hack. So I really must make more of these because I love this denim skirt. I've got two of them, and pretty much most weeks I wear them, a couple of times a week. So yeah, I just really like them. They're just so versatile and just go with so many things. I'll just stand up so you can see. It's just a really plain denim skirt, and it's got pockets in the front, which is just so helpful. And yeah, I've got poo bags shoved in there from the park earlier on, and keys and whatever. So yeah, I love a pocket. Anyway, let's talk about the Frugal Frocks challenge and what I've made for it. I found it really difficult to try and find something that I wanted to make, not because there was not enough patterns out there, but just because it was really difficult to decide. I've absolutely loved this challenge, and it's really kind of opened my eyes to what's available for free, really. And it's also made me consider what free dressmaking patterns I've got already in my stash. And I don't know about you, but I often buy a sewing magazine, and they often come with free patterns on the front. Sometimes I want to make them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes if I don't want them, I'll give them to a charity shop, or sometimes I might give them to a sewing friend or something like that. So I do try and reuse the patterns if I don't want them, but I have got quite a lot that you kind of think, oh, I'll make that at some point. So you put it in your stash, or in the box that you keep your patterns in, but you don't really get round to it. So it's just kind of this challenge has really made me think, I should have a look at those patterns a little bit more and maybe actually give them a try. So I did actually record a video a few weeks ago now about patterns that I was considering for the hashtag Frugal Frocks 2021. So if you are interested in that, I will link it below so you could see what some of my ideas are. Hello. But I'll tell you what I've settled on. So the two patterns that I've used were both free on Love Sewing magazine here in the UK. And for those of you who are watching my videos from overseas, I've had a couple of questions before about if you can get these patterns, overseas. So these were actually physical patterns that were free on the magazine. So I think you would actually have to buy the magazine and potentially have it shipped overseas if you are interested in these particular patterns, unless of course you can find them and someone might be selling them on eBay or something like that. But the Love Sewing magazine, as an example, you can download a range of other patterns from there online. It's just that sometimes the instructions are in the physical magazine, so you would still really have to buy those unless it's something quite simple and if you are an experienced sewer, you can probably work out what you need to do. But anyway, I'm waffling a little bit. So let me tell you what patterns I've used. So I've used 2 patterns because I thought it'd be fun just to join 2 free patterns together. Why not? So for the main body of my dress that I've made, I decided to use this summer dress pattern, which is by Threadcount Patterns. It's available in extra small to extra large, and that is the cover of the pattern there. So there's 2 different versions, version A and version B, and I decided to make this lovely version here with the square neck. So it's a lovely pattern, but I'm kind of unfamiliar with Threadcount Patterns. Like like I said, I've got a few free patterns before, some of which are by Threadcount Patterns, but from memory, I don't really remember making any patterns up by this particular pattern company. So that was kind of new. And I wasn't sure like how the fit would come up and how much ease was involved in the garment and that kind of thing. And to be honest, I wasn't that impressed with the actual measurements and everything. Basically, on the back of the pattern pack, it tells you the sizes that it's available in, how much fabric you'll need for version A and version B, and that kind of thing. But it only gives you the body measurements as far as I can see, and unless I've actually missed where it gives you the kind of final garment measurements. So therefore, if you can see the final garment measurements, you can see how much ease is involved in the pattern. I couldn't find them, so I don't know if I've missed them or if they're just not here, but I wasn't very pleased with that. So I wasn't really sure which pattern size to actually go with. In the end, I looked at on the back of the pattern pack, it tells you the bust measurement, the waist measurement and the hip measurement, and it's all included in centimetres. I'm used to working in inches, and so automatically I'm thinking, where's my tape measure? I need to measure myself again just to make sure that I'm measuring, the right size. So I seem to fall, according to these measurements, in between the size small and the size medium. So I'm a 32 bust, 28 waist and 40 hip. So this is a very, A-line type pattern. And so it's perfect for someone like me who, is pear-shaped really. My hips are much bigger than my top half. So I thought, great. So I decided that actually looking at the pattern pieces when I'd got them laid out on the table, got out my tape measure, and I'm thinking, looks to be quite a lot of ease involved here. I'll make the size small, thinking, that would be okay. It is okay, however, it's come up a bit big. And the seam allowance for this is 1.5 centimetres. I followed that, completely throughout the pattern, but, I could still take quite a lot, to be honest, out of this whole side section. Having said that, it's a beautiful, beautiful dress, and, we'll see how we go, but I may well take it in, to be honest. But that's that. So in terms of the fabrics that it says you can use, it says that anything lightweight would be good in terms of woven fabrics like a cotton, a linen, or even a taffeta or something like that. I've actually decided to go for a cotton sateen fabric to make mine in because I'd already got that here, and of course as part of this challenge you had to use something that you already owned rather than buying something new. So that worked really well. The version that I've made has got some lovely little sleeves included, but I decided, do you know what? Let's change it up. Let's use something else. So I got this Butterick pattern, which is the B6657 pattern, and this was also free in Love Sewing magazine. So you can see there's 3 different versions included here, but I absolutely love those sleeves on the yellow version there, and I just thought, why not add those onto version B of this pattern? So that's what I decided to do. And that part of my whole sewing process here worked out really, really well. I love these sleeves. They look great on the dress. So I think that was definitely, a really good option for me. And I just kind of like the kind of like puffy style of these. And I just thought, not really that bothered about fashion trends, to be honest, but it is really kind of on trend at the minute to have like kind of big sleeves. But, I just thought I'd try something different, if I'm honest. So this is the dress here. I went for the lemon fabric in the end. So thank you so much to everyone who was like, use the lemon fabric. So on my previous Frugal Frocks video, a few of you said, that you really like the lemon fabric. And I tell you what, I've had this fabric in my stash for quite a while. But when you have something that you really, really like, and you sort of think, oh, I don't really want to use it because what if what I make is not very good, or I don't like it, or I make a mess of it or whatnot. But it was an absolute dream to work with. I love working with cotton sateen. It's just so lovely. It doesn't move around too much on your machine, and yeah, I just really like it. And I love the bold print of this. So this is my dress here. So if I just hold this up, you'll be able to see the print of the dress a little bit more. There you go. So we've got the lovely square neckline detail in there, and you can see the lovely puff sleeve detail in as well. So yeah, I really like it. I'll tell you about some of the changes that I actually made to the pattern, and you know what the different processes involved are. It's supposed to have a complete lining on the inside of the bodice. I didn't have enough fabric to do that. Plus I'm kind of thinking I'd like to wear this in summer and stuff, and I just thought I'm going to get too hot if I've got a whole, you know, lining on the inside. So instead of doing that, I decided just to make a facing instead. So I just drew that out myself, and I've added that on. I've actually top stitched it around the neckline, sort of down that kind of area, and then all the way around the back as well. So that seems to have worked out quite well. The sleeves fitted on the pattern really well, I think mainly because they're gathered at the top, you probably can't see very well, and then they're gathered at the bottom there, and then you've got that lovely kind of detailing on the edge to form the cuff section. So that was really good. It's got loads of skirt. So it took me quite a long time to gather up all of the skirts, but you know, that was fine. I don't really enjoy gathering, if I'm honest. I find it a bit of a faff, but it does work out well in the end, so that's worthwhile. I decided to use a invisible zipper at the back to finish this. I love that this dress has also got the square neckline on the back as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, that looks really nice. And the zipper obviously runs all the way down. I think I used a 20-inch zipper for this. So that was really good. And it's also got a kind of waistband around there. I didn't worry too much about pattern matching for this. I guess, you know, probably could have matched it up a little bit more so all the leaves kind of flowed nicely into each other and whatnot, but I just thought life's too short, I'm not going to be bothered really with that. Overall, I'm really pleased with the dress, but like I said, I am a little bit annoyed with the way that it's come up fit-wise. As I said, I made the size small, and I could honestly take about 1.5 inches out of each side of the kind of bodice section, but you know, hey ho, I may well decide to unpick this, as annoying as that would be, and you know, maybe add in some back darts and maybe take a little bit out of the side seams of the actual bodice, but I'm not sure yet. I might just wear it a couple of times and then see how we go, but you know, we will see. The other thing I'll say about this dress is that it's very long, and I'm 5'10", so I would describe myself as quite a tall lady, and I have used approximately a 2-inch hem on my dress, and it's still quite long. It still comes down to about my knees. So if you are taller than me or shorter than me, then that's definitely something to keep in mind. I'm not sure about the length, to be honest, either. It's kind of okay, but I may well, if I do make some changes to the bodice, I may well take a little bit off the length as well and make it slightly shorter, but I'm not sure. In terms of styling this dress, I think it's going to look really nice with a headband. So I'd already got this lovely little headband in my box already, and I made this last summer, I think. Oh no, not last summer, the summer before, to go to Goodwood Revival Festival, which is a kind of vintage inspired type festival. So I think that looked really nice with it. I think I could probably wear some bright yellow shoes with it, with maybe a bright yellow bag, something like that. I actually said to my husband yesterday, we're going to a wedding in September, which is one of his best friends, and I said, oh, I could wear it to Doug's wedding, and my husband was just like, you know when someone gives you one of those faces like, oh, I don't know, really, are you thinking that? And I was like, why are you looking at me like that? Do you not want me to wear it to the wedding? And he was just like, oh, well, I'm not sure. It's a little bit zany. I'm not sure about the fabric. It's a bit bold. It's a bit bright. And I was just like, I love it. I don't know about you, but I love anything that's bright and bold. And it just makes me feel really happy when I wear it. So I may well wear it to that wedding, even though he doesn't really want me to. But I may also wear it, fingers crossed. I'm supposed to be going to a concert, like an outdoor concert over the summer this year, if it goes ahead. So I may well wear it to that as well. or instead of. I'm not sure yet, but I've kind of got options there. And if I'm not going anywhere, I think I might just wear it around the house, because you kind of think, why not? I have really enjoyed taking part in this sewing challenge, as I said, and I would definitely recommend you check out the hashtag #FrugalFrocks2021 on YouTube and on Instagram, just to kind of see what everybody's made. I've been so inspired, kind of seeing sneaky photos of what people have posted on Instagram, and you know, watching other people's YouTube videos as well. There's been a number of sewing vloggers, including myself, taking part in this challenge, as well as, you know, lots of other people as well. And it's just been amazing to kind of see, you know, what people are thinking they're going to make, and actually, you know, what they've made as well. So, you know, if you've taken part, you know, I'd love to know how you found the challenge, and, you know, leave me a comment below if you've got any questions about what I've made, or if you'd like to share what you made as part of the challenge as well. I would love that. I'll just slip the dress on now, so then you can have a bit of an idea of what it looks like on. Here it is. So this is the dress that I've made. As I said, I'm really pleased with it overall. I'm just not quite sure of the overall fit, but I guess in making your own clothes, you know, it's a bit of trial and error sometimes. You just got to kind of see how things go. I kind of wish that I'd had time to make a test version of this project. I didn't really have time. I tend to fit in sewing kind of, you know, a little bit of time here and there around looking after my baby boy. So it's not always possible to kind of make, you know, test versions and things. And because this challenge meant that I needed to get the dress all made up by the end of March, I just kind of wanted to get it done, so I wasn't kind of rushing at the last minute. But you know, I'm really pleased with it overall, so I can't complain really. So here's the sleeve. So as you can see, it's got kind of like that puffy type sleeve there. I just think they look really nice. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I like that the neckline is not too low, so I think that's worked well. If I just turn around, you can hopefully see the back there a little bit as well. I'll stand up in a second so you can see. I think I could potentially pull it in on the waist if I decided not to do any like massive alterations. I could probably wear a belt with it, and that would probably be okay. I'm not sure. I might have to see if I've got something that's suitable. But here is the actual dress. So that's what it looks like. But as you can see, it's very loose. I don't know if that's just the style, but it's yeah, it's certainly very loose. I love the gathered skirt, even though it was a bit of a pain to gather it all in. That was really nice. It's got a lovely flowy skirt, so that's really pretty. I'm just going to stand back so you can see it a little bit more. You can see it. Just do a bit of twirling so you can see. I think it would be lovely to wear for a wedding. I don't know what you think. Let me know if you think it's good to wear for a wedding. I think so, but you know, maybe that's just me. But I hope you've enjoyed, you know, seeing my video today and learning about what I made. And you know, as I said, I'd love to find out what you've been working on as well, if you have been taking part in this challenge, or if you'd just like to share with me what you're making at the minute. That would be really nice. If you have enjoyed watching this video, I would love it if you could press that like button and consider subscribing to my channel as well. If you also would like to leave me a comment, that would be amazing. And you know, I just really appreciate everyone who's subscribed already, and for those of you who just, you know, keep watching my videos week after week. I just, you know, I love that you just keep coming back and, you know, checking out all of my content. So I really do appreciate that. But until next time, I'm going to leave it there and say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.